The gap or margin of height between full supply level and top of the bank is called option A, freeboard. The berms when fully formed. Option is D, all of the above, which includes reduce the absorption losses and prevents leaks, protect the bank from erosion because of wave action, provide a scope for future widening the channel. Which of the following statement is wrong? None of the above, which includes the top of the dowel is kept above the free supply level by a margin of freeboard. The B, the dowels are provided as a measure of safety for automobiles driven on the service roads. And C, the dowels acts as a curb on the side of roadway towards the canal. The freeboard in a channel is governed by the D, all of the above, which includes size of the canal, location of the canal, and water surface fluctuations. The berm provide additional strain to banks and thus make it safe against breaches. Option is A, true. The saturation gradient in an ordinary loam soil is option is 4:1. The height of the dowel above the road level should not be more than 30 centimeter. Option is C. The width of the dowel is usually kept from 0.3 mm 2 meter to 0.6 meter. A spoil bank is formed when the volume of excavation is in excess of the embankment filling. The option is C. The barrow pits should preferably be taken from. Option is C. The central half width of the section of the canal. In case of small channels, the barrow pit should start from a distance not less than from the top of the embankment. The option is 5 meters. D. When the quantity of the earth is much in excess of the quantity required for filling, it has to be deposited in the form of spoil banks. The spoil banks are made on all of these. Option D, which includes the right side, the left side, and both sides. The gap created in the bank of canal is called a breach. The option A, correct. The term balancing depth has the same meaning as the depth of water in canal. Wrong. Option B. A land is said to be waterlogged when the air circulation is stopped in the root zone due to the rise in water table. Option A. The infertility of the soil in water-logged areas is due to. Option is D. All of these, which includes inhibiting activity of the soil bacteria, second growth of weeds, and increasing of harmful salts. Waterlogging is caused due to all of these, which includes option A, inadequate drainage facilities, option B, over irrigation, and option C, presence of impermeable strata. The soil becomes practically infertile if its pH value is 11. Option C. Intensity of irrigation should be increased in order to prevent the area from waterlogging. Option B. No. The measure adopted to reclaim the waterlogged area is Installation of lift irrigation schemes. Option A. Waterlogging takes place due to option A. Rise in a groundwater table. Which of the following statement is wrong? Answer is option D. Waterlogging makes the land more productive. The most economical section of the lined canal is option B. Triangular section with circular bottom for small discharge, and also the option C is also the trapezoidal section with rounded corners for higher discharge. Lining of the canal is necessary. The option is D, all of the above, which includes option A, to minimize the seepage losses in canal, option B, to prevent erosion of bed and sides due to high velocities, and option C, to increase the discharge in canal section by increasing the velocity. The lining of canal decrease the maintenance of the canal. The option is B, decrease. Lining of canal, answer is option D, all of the above, which includes option A, assures economical water distribution, option B, reduces possibility of breaching, and option C, increases available head for power generation. In lined canal, the resistance to flow decreases and velocity of flow increases. Option A, agree. The sodium carbonate lining consists of at least, answer is A, 6% of sodium carbonate and 10% of clay. For the repairing of an old but sound concrete lining, the lining preferred is, answer is A, shotcrete lining. The weed growth in a canal leads to, option B, decreasing discharge. Garrett's diagram gives the graphical method of designing a channel based on Kennedy's theory. Kennedy, in his silt theory, assumed that the silt is kept in suspension because of eddies generated from the, option A, bed only. According to Kennedy, the slit supporting power is directly proportional to the bed width of the stream. Correct answer is option A. Non-silting, non-scoring velocity is called as critical velocity of flow. Option is B. Kennedy gave a relation between, option C, critical velocity and depth of the flowing water. The relation given by Kennedy for critical velocity in meter per second is option A, V0 equal to 0.55 m into d raised to 0.64, where m is critical velocity ratio and d is depth of water over the bed portion of the channel in meters. A channel is said to be in scoring when the critical velocity ratio is, option C, greater than 1. When the critical velocity ratio is less than 1, the channel is said to be in silting. Option is A, true. Which of the following statement is wrong? Option is D, none of the above, which includes option A. In Kennedy's silt theory, no account is taken of silt concentration and bed load. Option B. Kennedy did not give any slope equation. Option C. In Kennedy's theory, silt grade and silt change were not defined. Kennedy gave his own formula for the determination of mean velocity. The correct option is B, incorrect. According to Kennedy, the silt transportation power of channel is proportional to, option C, V0 raised to 5 by 2. where V0 is equal to critical velocity in channel. According to Lassay, a channel said to be in regime if the correct option is all of the above. Option A, which includes option A, it flows in incoherent unlimited alluvium of the same character as that transported material. Option B, its discharge is constant, and option C, the silt grade and the silt charge are constant. The incoherent alluvium is soil composed of loose granular graded material which can be scored with the same ease with which is deposited. The correct option is option A, right. The main cause of silting in channel is, the option is all of the above, which includes non-regime section, option B, inadequate slope, and C, defective head regulator. According to Lassay, the option is D, all of the above, which includes option A, the silt is kept in suspension due to the force of vertical eddies. Option B, the eddies are generated from the bed and sides, both normal to the surface of generation. Option C, the vertical component of eddies generated from the sides will also support the silt. Laissez assume that the silt is kept in suspension because of the normal components of eddies generated from the correct option is whole perimeter. The Lassay gave a relation between option C, both A and B. The option A is velocity and hydraulic mean depth, and option B is area and velocity. Okay, the Lacey's silt factor is equal to the 5V square divided by 2R, where V is equal to mean regime velocity and R is equal to hydraulic mean depth. The channel after attaining its section and longitudinal slope will be said to be in final regime. Lassay assumed a trapezoidal cross section of regime channel. The option is B. No.